Hi, Paul Connery, President of BULLI AFC. As most of you know, it's been a great year to get back into the football season. After 2 years of COVID and after a year of washouts, we finally got football in for the first time. I think it's like raised everybody's spirits. I think it's been terrific just to be out and about and mingling again and doing what we all love to do on the weekends. This year will be my last as the President of the BULLI Football Club for now. I've really enjoyed my time here at BULLI, but I'm not going away. I'll be here behind the scenes again on the board, helping out the ladies more. Firstly, some thank yous. I'd like to thank my executives, my members. You know who you all are. You've been terrific, and the team we've had over the last dozen or so years has been sensational to work with, and we've made a lot of progress in building this great club. Our general committee, our grounds people, all you guys behind the scenes, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys, we are nothing, and our membership is strong, and we hope to continue that over the coming years. 2023 has its time of sadness as well. We lost some legends: Butchie Baker, Ray Curtin, Davey Haynes. I know they're friends to us all, and very close friends, and we'll miss you. To the families, we wish you all the best, and you know that our club is always here for you. To our coaching staff and our managers, thank you very much, guys. You've been sensational to work with over the last few years, especially. I've enjoyed immensely. Hill's the first grade coach, been great to work with, mate. And it's great to see this year Scotty's come on board with you and helping out. I think you guys make a really good team, and I hope you can really push it forward from here on in. Robbie and Artie, Cookie and Trent, thank you much, guys. And also behind the scenes there with Cal and Darren. Thanks, guys. You've done a great job. I should mention Dane as well. I'll try not to. All the players, the friendships over the last 12 years have been immense. I'll take that for me forever. You guys have been terrific. And we've achieved great things, whether the boys or the girls. It's just been sensational. We've made 6 out of the 9 grand semi-finals this year. One side, our ladies threes made the grand final on a great day out there, only going down 3-2 to Caldale, but they showed what the BULLI spirit was all about, and I thought it was one of the special days of the year. Seconds won the league, great effort. Unfortunately, just fell over in the last week before the big dance, but guys, be proud. You've done a really good job. Robbie, exceptional coaching, mate, as usual. Well done. As I said, 6 out of 9 teams, it's a tick for me. They made the semi-finals. Our club's only getting stronger and stronger, and I really wish that we can just keep on going throughout the future. Especially our women's club. I think the women's of this year have really stood up. They're part of our Premier League now. It's been enjoyable. It's really building up our side of the club that we need to. When you go to our social occasions, our social nights, and you see how much the girls make those nights, you girls are absolutely A1, and just keep on going. You're going great guns. I suppose a couple of single thank yous out there. First and foremost, my wife and my family. Thank you, guys. You've stood by me for the last dozen years. Without your support, I couldn't do what I do here at the football club. I just thank from the bottom of my heart. Carolyn Macker, Benny Smith, Dane, Christine and JB, Rod and Ray, the current executive, you guys have been my rock. Always brought me in the line when I needed to be brought in the line. But I think we've made some pretty good headway. Just on back onto our sponsors, to Impact Garage Doors, to the RSL, to Hawksmith Private Wealth. Thank you much for being our major sponsors this year, but I especially want to thank our girls in the preschool. You guys are, you go about your business day in, day out. Without your work up there, that we can't afford to do, and we can't be what we are. So really appreciate you guys. Claire and Stace up there, the managers, you do a fantastic job, and it's so much appreciated. I'll sign off now by saying thank you. We want all the people here tonight and enjoying our presentation tonight. Thank you all the guys that have helped them run social events throughout the year. Christine Hamilton behind all that with JV. Our season launch, the tribute night run by the girls, Billy and the crew from the Div 3 ladies. Bowls Day by JV. And then the silly Saturdays and Sundays, which we're only just starting to get over them now. But I thank you all. Look forward to 2024. It's a big tick for me. Thanks.
Hi, I'm John Hatch. I'm the Division 3 ladies coach for 2023, and I've had the privilege of coaching this team through to the grand final this year, for which they thoroughly deserve being there. It's been a fabulous year watching them play and compete against players who on the whole have been a lot younger than themselves, and they've been competitive in each and every game. They play with spirit, they back each other, they support each other, and they love playing the game. They also enjoy watching the Division 1, 2 Premier League teams and any other game that the BULLI teams have to be in, if they can be, or if they can see those games. The players this year have backed each other collectively. They play well individually, and it's been great seeing what they've been able to deliver. I'd like to thank the BULLI Football Club for their support, and I'd like to also thank the spectators that have been able to support the team during the course of the season, and I hope that they'll be back again for 2024, which I'm sure they will be. Thank you for the privilege of being able to coach you this year.
Hi, Brett Cleves from the over 35 Division 3 side, speaking tonight on behalf of James. Couldn't make the video session. The 35s have always been a very strong team off the field, socially. This year, with some forced changes through some injuries and some pull-outs from the two Chris's and Josh Shelton, some early season injuries to Neil Richards and Adam Phillips, we were stuck in a position there where we needed some new players. We were very fortunate that some parents from the junior club stepped up, and we picked up some excellent players, Nathan, Craig, Brian, Liam, that really strengthened our side and gave us a lot, and we almost got as good on the field as what we were off it. The 3 years in the making, we managed to get through to the semi-finals this year with some really good wins and some really quality goals. Coach James added a new element to training, which made it a bit more fun and a bit more structured. Took the pressure off the rest of us on game day and let us just enjoy our football. Some season highlights, too many goals to mention. Johnny Harrison from the spot, any chance he got. Craig Smith up the front, taking a lot of pressure off Josh Colmer there. The semi-final win here at Balls in the first week of the finals, come from behind against Helensburgh. Right up there with some of our best wins. Thanks to the club for having us. Thanks for the grounds people, the committee, sponsors and everybody else. It's been a terrific season for us, and we're all looking forward to next season.
Dane Hamilton here to give a report for the over 35s Div 1 in the absence of Daniel Hawke, who can't make it for the recording tonight. The over 35s Division 1 team, we had a pretty good season this year. We finished in 4th position, making the semi-finals, and unfortunately knocked out in the second week of the finals, just short of the grand final. Big improvement for us on 2022. It was quite a disruptive year that year, a lot of rain, and we struggled to get continuity and had a lot of forfeits, so it was really good for us to get back to winning ways and make the finals. In terms of the season, we started pretty slowly. We lost three on the bounce. We were playing a 4-3-3 formation and decided to make the jump to a 4-4-2, which was a tactical masterclass. We went on and we were undefeated in 10 games from that point on. There was a couple of good highlights through there. We beat Northern FC 2-1 away from home. We were the only side to beat them during the year, and we also beat Port Kembla Pumas here 4-0, which was a good way to establish ourselves in the top 4. Rounding out the season, we also defeated Russellvale 1-0 in a game that was was very tight, and thankfully at the end Michael Pino Davey popped up with a goal in injury time. Overall, as I said, great year for the over 35s, get back into finals fell one game short of the grand final. Just really want to thank the executive, the committee, the groundsmen for letting us play at this facility. It's a really special place to play football, and I think no matter how old you get, it's great to play, on Boss Paddock, and it gives you a really special feeling every time. So I know myself and the teammates would thank them for that. Also want to thank the supporters that came out and watched us during the year. I think at times, I know that over 35's Division 1's not the pinnacle of football, but we would have provided at least some comedic value during the year to the people that came along and watched. Also, just to round out as well, I'd like to thank Daniel Hawke for organising the team and putting the boys on the pitch each week. Thought it was a great year, great spirit and great environment in the team, and I know everyone really enjoyed it. So look forward to 2024.
Yeah, g'day. Phil Lay, Women's Youth Grade Coach for 2023. We started off a promising season this year with a number of girls that had come up from the under-16s for the BULLI Juniors team. We had 9 come through. Our key thing for this year was to build a sustainable team for the BULLI Senior Club for the next couple of years as well. We met up to a couple of the tougher teams this year, but all the girls came up to the mark and we muscled up to a few of the bigger teams like Shellharbour and Woonona over the year. Look, it was a great year. We've called on the reserve grade and first graders for support during the year, but we're also able to develop a number of our girls and which were able to play up into the reserve grade and first grade teams as well. So just a big call out to all the girls who played for us this year. It was a tough year, but I know you girls are a pretty resilient bunch and we made it through the season. All 14 rounds, all of you kept on playing all this year. Keen to come back to training. And played every game through and through, and you did your best every game. Well done, girls, and hope to see you in 2024. Cheers.
Hi, it's Paul again. We're going to talk now about our second division, or our second grade ladies team. Second grade this year, coached by Tony Grossman as well. Unfortunately, Tony's a fly-in, fly-out work and can't be here tonight. The girls made the semi-finals and then played against University in only a 2-week semi-final series, and unfortunately they were knocked out 1-0, although it was a great effort. I thought the girls played exceptionally well over the park. Make mention of their centre-backs and our goalkeeper, they really held up that day. But on the whole season, we suffered a little bit with some girls that went away, and second grade was being the meat and the sandwich. Unfortunately they suffered, but they still made the semi, so it was a good year for the girls. Congratulations to the award winners tonight, well deserved, and girls, congratulations on the year, and I hope to see you all back in 2024. We'll go get them. Thank you. Hi, it's Paul Connery again. Did talk about the first grade ladies team. First grade ladies team this year finished 5th in what I thought was a very, very competitive competition. Big thanks go out to Matt Rudenrees, who can't be here tonight to make the video, but Matt, you've been absolutely sensational this year and have brought the girls a whole new sense of professionalism, and the training and behind the scenes work has been A1. The girls finished 5th, as I said, and the competition was one that we won against first team and the second team respectively throughout the years. That's no mean feat. It showed the closeness of the competition. We took points off everybody else. For me, I really enjoyed it. The girls, I thought you stepped it up a level. Some really good individual performances there. Sakaya was great in goals. I thought Lisa Island had a great season with our centre-backs. Sensational. One big addition I should say this year was Steph Coates. Steph, an exceptional footballer, and it is in every sense a true footballer. Her and Mickey and Soph in the middle there were absolutely sensational. We're still young and we're still going to grow. Hopefully next year we'll all be back again and we'll keep on fighting on, because we've built something very, very special in this club. We know that and we work hard and we'll be okay. Thanks guys, see you in 2024.
Hi, I'm Artie Miranda. I'm the youth grade coach 2023 season. So we're just giving you a bit of a review of I guess the season this year. Had a fairly young squad coming through. A few of the boys from last year stepped up to reserve grade. They did quite well. So we picked up some young lads to come through, try and develop them. this year, and yeah, look, we had a bit of a mixed season. Not probably what we expected. Trent and I as coaches thought we'll get a few more results. I guess the story of our season was that you know, we did well in patches. Couldn't really, I guess, play for the full 90 minutes. As we found out, there's a fair few games there we went ahead at half time and just never got out of the sheds. But, you know, that's all part of the learning experience for the young playing group. Having said that, with the young playing group, what we saw as well, some of these 16, 17-year-olds sort of stepped up to the mark as well. Something that we would like to keep, you know, pushing through as a club is player development. So yeah, there's about two or three that we look at, you know, trying to keep at the club for a long time, and hopefully they do hang around and trying to work around them. As for next season, fortunately Trent won't be around next year. He's stepping back down, so and I guess unfortunately I'm around next year as well. So looking forward to the trials, looking forward to the season next year, and being part of the club again. So for the players, supporters, committee, Trent and I thank you, and yeah, look forward to another enjoyable season next year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rob Beamway, second grade coach at BULLI for the 23 season. First of all, I want to start by thanking my assistant coach, Jamie Cook. It's been an absolute pleasure having you along for the ride this year, mate. I know that players feel the same way, especially given that they couldn't wait to get their stats after every game. Also to our manager, Cal Kiss, aka Bobby Boucher, the water boy. He started as our second grade manager this year, but given the quality of his service and the reliability of Dane in first grade, he ended up providing his special blend of H2O on game day to pretty much all the playing group. So thanks to him. I'd also like to thank the committee for all that they do, to the ground staff for preparing such a quality pitch and for letting us train on the ground Thursday nights, even though we wreck it. It's much appreciated. And thanks to everyone involved on Thursday nights dinners back at the ground after training. It's massive for our club and the players, so thank you again. To the team, onto the team now. Probably one of the best groups I've had in the 7 years that I've been here at the club. At the start of the year we signed 15 players. Hopefully that was going to make sure that we didn't end up with 6 players at training towards the end of the season. But yeah, unfortunately that didn't eventuate. We ended up having a couple of sessions with 6, which is pretty much my specialty as second grade coach. For the first month of the season we didn't have a goalkeeper. So I want to thank Benny McGuinness, Al McLeish and Fletch for jumping in and helping until we signed Groomy. We lost Callum to baseball. I think he was the club prospect last year, so that was inevitable that we would lose him. We also lost Ryan Sinclair to the Woonona High School training ground. So we lost him for the year. Also, we had 3 or 4 players go on long-term overseas trips throughout the year. Alex jumped into first grade and we lost him for the back end of the year, which is unreal for him. So that's how we sometimes get down to 6 at training during the year. We also had probably no 2 games where we started the same 11 players. And over the entire year, we went through roughly 30 players, or 30 players had some form or part to play in the reserve grade season. So after all that, the boys were league champions for the 2nd year running. That's a massive achievement for those guys. Unfortunately, we didn't go too well in the semis, losing 2 close games in a row, and went out the back door. But a big, massive thanks to all the players for their understanding, their commitment and their effort throughout the year. Hope to see you all back here again next year. Thanks.
Hi there, Tullio Miranda, first grade coach, 2023 season. Quick review on the season. A lot of positives to come out of the year. Obviously, we're trying to build something here for years to come at the club, and the fact that we've got so many young players that have come in and have made a difference to the first grade squad this year has been an absolute positive for me. Obviously, the negatives were bundling out in first semi-final game against Coniston, who went on to win the competition. But the effort that was given by the players, I couldn't have asked for any more from them. There was, like I said before, there was a lot of positives that I can draw from this year, given the number of young players that are in the squad, and it's something that the club, myself, have been wanting to do. So we can, I guess, have these players to be part of the club for years to come. And I believe that what we have got into the system in here, the boys enjoy the club, the boys enjoy the football culture, and obviously they enjoy the social aspect of what the club can offer. Obviously we're trying to get a few more players for next season, but I think moving forward the club's it's in a very, very good position. I would like to thank Scotty Nichols for being my right-hand man this year. His contribution has been immense. Rob, Artie, it's always hard when you're obviously waiting for me to make decisions, but once again, I really appreciate your efforts this year. Paul, I know you're moving on. Mate, you've been an absolute legend, an absolute gentleman, and it's been an absolute pleasure having worked with you. The ground staff, thanks very much for obviously providing the ground each week. And and the club as a general, I think there's not many clubs around the area that are run as well as this club is at the moment, and that's a credit to you all. Enjoy your night and bring on season 2024.